Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 78 of Europa Universalis IV as France. I took an awful lot in the peace deal from the last war, and as a result I am really overextended, and that has given me lots of negative events, lots of national unrest, and we are getting rebel groups popping up all over the place. I've got absolutely no manpower left to reinforce. I've got an awful lot of mercenaries which are costing me a fair bit of money, but we need them to keep our army up. And what I'm trying to do at the moment is just go around with what few men I have and just jump on these rebel stacks wherever we can find them. So far it's been so good. I have been managing to get rid of most of the rebels. I've lost the odd battle or two. But all in all, I think things are doing quite well. You guys can go and sit back in London until London has finished coring. We are massively overextended. Let's go split you guys up because you're all sat in one province and you get attritioned into next year. Massive coalition against us now as well, which is hardly surprising. Castile is in the coalition against us. Bavaria is in the coalition against us. Munster, Holland, Venice. And most of these other places will be as soon as they don't have a truce with us anymore, so there's that to worry about. Technology-wise, we can actually grab our next Diplotech, and we are actually behind the times. It'll give us more colonial range, more settler increase, it would give us heavy frigates, and we do need to upgrade some of our lights, and we are still building some lights as well, so let's go ahead and grab that actually. So we'll actually get some better ships, and we will have some lights over here. In fact, we'll wait till we get the next 8, and then we will have a group of 30 that we can send off somewhere. Although they will, by that point, need upgrading, because they're all going to be the old ship types. Rebel Uprising, Lombard Patriots, that's going to be the next lot that's probably going to pop. Does it tell us where those guys are likely to pop? Waldstadt, that's not surprising. So let's go and move you guys into Waldstadt, and also let's go and give you a general. I think we can grab the guy off these troops in Britain for now. No leader. And we will go and drop you in here. So we should be able to deal with that uprising. What do we have here in terms of ships? Let's deselect the heavies. Group the rest of them together. We're all actually going to start on the upgrades straight away. We're going to be upgrading all of our lights as soon as we can. And then we'll have some really strong trade fleets. We should be making an absolute stack load of money from trade anyway at the moment. Yep, 72.89 ducats per month just from trade. So that is really nice. The fact that we've got London's going to help. Of course, at the moment, London has quite a bit of autonomy. But once it's all flipped over, it's going to be really good for us. And it's had a recent uprising as well, which gets rid of some of the unrest. Tyrol and Orleans get peasant regiments. Great. So, Tyrol, we're going to move into there. Orleans, this game always tests my geography terribly, because my geography is terrible. There in the middle, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll move these guys in. 21 regiments in... See, 21 regiments in Orleans, but they're only peasants, and peasants are quite easy to beat. We'll get nationalists in Tyrol. Nationalists are a little bit more difficult, but these guys are bigger and they've got the leader with them. So we should be able to win both of those battles with no problems, really. So, yeah, we won both of those fights. You guys can go back to Waldstadt. How are our merchants actually doing? Where are our merchants? Yeah, they're all where they're supposed to be. Not doing an awful lot with our diplomats at the moment. Maybe that's something that we should be considering. Brandenburg, you still like me. Although I have got a lot of aggressive expansion. Let's go ahead and improve relations with them. Make sure we stay super duper tight. We'll do it with the Commonwealth as well. Even though we're at 91 with the Commonwealth, it's not too much of a problem. Everyone here probably hates us. We're very unlikely to be able to get any sort of alliance with anybody else here. Other than the people we are already allied with. Yeah, that's going to be tricky. We could carry on sucking up to Portugal, possibly. Improved relations is at 19. Yep, so let's just keep sucking up to them. Later on, we're probably going to want to try and integrate Corsica as well. They are our only vassal at the moment. What do we like on our relationship limit? 7 of 8. So we do have a few royal marriages with a few people who hate us. We're probably never going to be able to make that go away. Bohemia, is there any chance you would ever... They do actually like me. They're friendly towards me, even though we have so much aggressive expansion. Let's go back to Bohemia and... Don't have anyone spare. We'll remove you from the Antilles because we can't suck up much more to you. And we'll go and try and improve relations with Bohemia because Bohemia is still the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. It's going to take absolutely ages for that diplomat to get back because he's so far away, but not a problem. We are still hella overextended, but that should go away in a couple of months. We'll have cored London. 14 tax base. Look at that. We're going to be gaining so much ground here. Once these cores are done, it's certainly going to make life a lot easier for us. So we'll be waiting for that. We'll recall that diplomat from the Commonwealth. You can't really do anything more. Let's go to Bohemia and improve relations with you guys. And we could try and improve relations. Well, no, Bavaria are outraged. So there's absolutely no point trying to do anything there. You're Saxony, you're outraged as well. You're probably an elector as well, aren't you? Alliance actions. No, it's just their opinion. They're outraged. Oh, you're not an elector. Oh, well, they're quite small. We can always grab them later on. That's not too much of a problem. One thing that is really nice brilliant. London is now cored. We are still overextended, but at least we're below 100%, which is good. Because we managed to grab Tyrol, we've actually kind of chopped Austria in half. So we've divided their territory up quite nicely, which is going to be really, really good for us. We've still got a fair bit of money. We need to start building some better buildings. Let's go ahead and deselect those guys. Group the rest of these together. There we go. We've got 30 ships. Make sure they are all upgraded to the best type of ships they can be. And then we'll send them out onto a trade run. You're getting some attrition. Let's split you up and move half of you into... actually, we'll move half of you into Tyrol. It's probably likely that we'll get some sort of uprising there at some point. We can invest in a new idea. We can get an extra 5% discipline and an extra 5% army morale recovery speed. Now, we have currently 3 military ideas, 1 admin idea and 2 diplo ideas. So we've got 2 more idea groups that we can get before the end of the game. I don't know what I'm going to take. I'm really considering getting quantity ideas. I know that would give us 4 military techs, which is a little bit over the top probably, but the fact that it gives you the first thing gives you a 50% national manpower modifier, and you get 20% manpower recovery speed. I think it's going to be very, very useful, considering there's a very good chance that we're going to get a lot of coalitions against us now. I don't really think we need to grab anything else here, really. Income from vassals and things, we don't really have all that many vassals now, so we don't have to worry about annexation costs. Aggressive expansion impact is a little bit too late to do anything about that now, so that's probably a bit of a waste. Maritime idea is not bothered about. Trade, we're doing quite well. We could get more trade. That certainly wouldn't be a bad thing, but I don't really think we need it. Humanist ideas can be nice, but I think we might drop into quantity because I think we're still going to be putting out quite a lot of military power. So that's certainly a consideration. We may want to do that. We can't do that until we get to Admin Tech 26, and we're only at 22. So it's going to be a little bit of a while before we get there. We are actually behind the time on Admin Tech, but that's because we've had to spend a lot of it on getting some stuff cored. So that's fine. I do want to spend a bit of military power just building some... upgrade some buildings, but we'll have to wait until we get a little bit more military power in the bank. We are 7 years ahead of time in military tech, and we've just done our last military idea, so I think we should be all good in general. I'm going to go ahead and split the mercenaries off here, and I'm actually going to... yeah, that's Brilliant, thank you. And I'm going to disband these mercenaries. Save us a little bit of money. And it'll mean we won't get a massive lot of attrition here as well. What have we got in terms of manpower here? So, I always forget my build. I think it's 10-4-6 I usually do. 10-4-6, yeah. So, if I split these guys up into that sort of build again. So, we'll leave 10 men behind. 4 cavalry. 6 cannons. We'll select this unit. You can move down to Kent. And we'll go and pick you up whenever we can get our transports over there. Trent's been done. Okay, that's fantastic. Alliance offer from Bohemia. Yeah, we'll take that. Now, these guys are over here somewhere. Are they not there yet? Can they not get there? Can they not get there? Really? Yeah, they can get there. It's just going to take them forever. That's fine. However long it takes you to get there. Okay, Metz is called. We're no longer, like, tragically overextended now, which is going to be really, really useful. So that should help the national unrest overall. Still 30% overextended. National unrest minus 3.5. We haven't got any potential rebel uprisings, which is really, really good. So what are we going to do with these ships here? Let's go ahead and take these lights, and these are all heavy frigates now, so we can send them out somewhere useful. Let us go and protect trade. Where do we want to protect? What have we already got going? We've got the Gulf of St. Lawrence, we've got Lubeck and the English Channel. So that would give us about an extra 12. Venice, that would give us like an extra 14. Venice is looking... Oh, that would be good. Look at Bordeaux. Look at how much trade we could get there in Bordeaux. 28. That wouldn't be as good. Looks like it's definitely going to be Bordeaux at this point. Oh, wow, that's quite good as well. What's Lubeck? We're already doing Lubeck anyway. Let's go to Bordeaux then. And... what is it? B-O-R-D-E-A-U-X? Looks about right. D-E-A-U-X. Yep, spells it right. Absolutely amazing. So we're going to build another 30 ships to get those guys to do that. They won't move out yet, of course, because they've just been upgraded, so they're technically still repairing, so that is fine. You're just the 2 transports that are waiting for the guys over there. We'll have to bring them back in little bits and pieces. I don't want to disband them. I don't have the spare manpower, to be honest. So I really, really want to avoid disbanding. Want to get some of these guys set up like I normally do. Got a lot of mercenaries here as well. So what I may want to do is detach the mercenaries. Now, it does potentially make us a little bit weak, but we do have the money to rebuild the mercenaries if we have to. So, let's go ahead and make a new unit here. And we want to leave 10... Oh, no, we got no men behind at all. Well, that's the right number anyway, 4 cavalry. We want to leave 10 men behind, and we want to leave 6 cannons behind. So, we can select this unit and move them into Berry. And... what have we got over here? You're short a couple of cannons. We want to leave 10 men behind. We want to leave 4 cavalry. And we'll move you... I think Charlenay can be our sort of little spares pit here. Papal State has entered a military coalition against me. Oh, well. And what about these guys over here in Tyrol? You are... almost at the right amount. You have the right amount of men. Too many cavalry. Not quite enough cannons. And then we've got these guys up over here. You've got some mercs. Let's go ahead and disband them. There's not many of them. There's only 4. So that means you have a lot of men there. So we'll leave 10 men behind, and we will leave behind the 4 cavalry and 6 cannons. And we will move you guys down into Charlemagne. That's starting to look better. We are going to need to rebuild some of these guys. Let's get these guys back across the water, actually. Let's go and take our transport stroke heavies fleet. We'll just attach you guys, and you can come and drop them back off in Normandy. That'll be nice and quick. Würzburg's opinion of me has changed. Now, I've said this many times, and I'm going to say it again. It was really, really nice when they added a feature that allows you to select an army and click on an overseas province, and it will say, would you like to use a certain fleet to automatically transport this army from place A to place B? Yes, yes I would. But the problem is, if I do this, it will move my fleet out into the water. My army will wade out or go out on boats or whatever they do to this fleet, and then they will go back out on boats to Kent. That takes a long time. If they actually just docked, got on board in the harbour, and then sailed across and docked in Kent and got off at the harbour, it takes like a third of the time. But it doesn't do that, which is really, really damn annoying. So you guys come and get ahead into Charlemagne as well. What are we like on force limit? We're actually well below our force limit, but we nearly have enough manpower to be able to build another 20 stack, which we probably will do as soon as we've sorted everybody out. Let's go ahead and consider building a few buildings. Let's go and consider building a few military buildings to actually increase our manpower. Strangely enough, we don't even appear to have training fields in Tyrol. But let's go ahead and see where we can get some barracks. Looks like we can get 57 in London, even though London has a lot of autonomy. Because it's such a high tax-based province, I can actually get more men from there than I can from most of my own home territories. We can probably grab another 52 from there. There's another 50. Not too bothered about the money, but I'm just watching the military power here at the moment. Let's just grab these places down there because they're out of the way, and I keep forgetting to look that far south on the map. What have we got? 46 there, 51 there. So it's all going to help. We'll save up some of the military points there. Okay, so what have we got here? We know we're missing a few things here. You are missing 2 cannons. So let's go ahead and deliver 2 cannons to you. I don't know why I always stick with this ratio, but it always seems to work well for me. So, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You guys are missing 1 cannon. So let's go ahead and grab 1 cannon and send that to you. So we can either... Papal State's opinion of us changed by +20, and we lose 10 legitimacy. But we do get a national 10% tax modifier for 5 years. Or we can gain 20 legitimacy. Now, my legitimacy is at 100 anyway. So I'm not too worried about the legitimacy. What is the Papal State's opinion of me? -1 hell of a lot. I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to lose the 10 legitimacy for the extra tax. And we're going to try and improve... That's Siena, not the Papal State. I'm an idiot. I still wanted to do that anyway. Where are the Papal States? There. That's the only Papal States. Papal States outraged. I'm going to improve relations with them, which is what I intended to do. But I'm going to try and improve relations with Siena there, because Siena actually don't hate me. They feel threatened, but they don't hate me. So maybe we can do something with that. So you guys are going to group up. What have we got left over here? We are a cannon short. So that's not good. So let's go ahead here. Let us create a new unit. We want 10 men. We want 4 cavalry. And we want 6 cannons, which we don't have. So you can move into Boa, and we will build a cannon there. So that will be a full stack. And then this stack is short 6 cannons, but you've got 4 extra men. So Tyrol's been cored. Fantastic. Let's take this. Let's get rid of the 4 extra men. And we'll take this unit, and you can move into... You can actually come down here, actually, in case case Castile gets some funny ideas at some point. So, we can get a new Diplo Advisor. Diplomatic Rep +2, trade efficiency or better relations over time. The better relations over time could be really, really useful. If we can get some people to like us more, there's a good possibility that we can get people out of the coalition faster. So, what have we got here? We can lose 50 ducats for some local defensiveness in Ghent for the rest of the game. Yeah, of course. Definitely. Let's go ahead and build a few more barracks. Might as well get them finished in as many places as we can. Even though it's not going to give us the massive boost in manpower that we'd like. Let's just spend the rest of it and grab what we can where we can. That'll do. So our maximum manpower is going to be 268k. That's quite good. And let's remember the amount of manpower we regain each month is a percentage of our maximum manpower. So if we have higher maximum manpower, we regain more manpower each month. So that is a very, very useful thing. You need to group up. Seem to have a lot of little armies of one knocking around. Oh, of course, most of these are the ones that are out doing the colonizing. You guys have now arrived. And what I'm actually going to do is, this is the Escade de la Manche. So I'm going to tell these guys to come back to Amur. And do I want to use the Escade Blanche in Normandy? No. Because that's the only one big enough, which is the pain. Okay, I'll have to do it manually. Attach them to the ship. Select the ship, tell the ship to come home. I'm going to have to move them 2 at a time. Take quite a while, but don't need them over there anymore. Plenty of our own forces, and if I need to fight over there, I don't have enough forces to do anything worthwhile anyway, so there's not an awful lot of point having those guys there. But that's probably a really good spot to end the video, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Europa Universalis IV, and I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.